Good morning. What's going on, y'alls? Cupcakes! Well, my first, I'm not going to call it a rant video, but I will say this is my first issue with the job. And it's not even really the job, it's with my dispatch. So I got this load going from Roxbury to Laredo, Texas. It's 1,500 and some odd miles, paid miles. And originally, it's one piece, 595 pounds, I think. And the original paperwork and everything else called for delivery on the 25th. And I was like, wow, that's great. It gives me lots of time. And since I'm, taking time off after this load and probably deadheading from Laredo to Tucson, where I live, I figured I was going to take my time, make this run in 2 full days with a good night's sleep, right? So I pick up the load last night at 9 o'clock. That was when it was scheduled to pick up. I sat all weekend waiting for this load. And I got paid a little extra for the wait. I think I got 4 more cents per mile to wait for it. And so I figured, okay, well, I pick up the load, I head down the road, excuse me, about 60 miles, something like that, to the truck stop. And I'm gonna sleep for the night. I didn't sleep all day, because I knew I had this whole time, lots of time to get the load there, and no hurry. So yesterday I did some running around, looking for ideas and stuff on how I'm gonna mount the generator and stuff like that. So I go to bed last night about midnight, 3 a.m. Hey, South Carolina. 3 a.m. I get a phone call. Hey, are you moving? You haven't left yet? From my dispatch. I'm like, no, I'm down for the night. I've got plenty of time. I'm, getting a night's sleep before I head out. Deliver early. I'll deliver on Tuesday afternoon early.
Welcome to South Carolina.
As opposed to delivering on Friday, So he goes, well, sad thing is I messed up on the delivery time. It needs to be delivered by 7 a.m. on Tuesday. I am laying there like, you've got to be fucking shitting me. I mean, now, I've got to hustle. I mean, that's basically, now I have about 24 hours to get the load there. Do 1,500 miles. And, hey, if I'd known that in advance, no problem. Easy peasy. I'll get a lot of sleep. I would have spent all of Sunday basically in bed, just trying to get as much sleep as I can, But no, now I've got to try and do it on basically 2.5, 3 hours sleep. Unexpected. And I'm really kind of pissed about that, because this is one of those things that were the other way around. It was my fault, and I was just late. Well, then what would the consequences have been in that case? But this way, it falls down on my ass. Now my dispatch did tell me, if I can get it there by 7 a.m., they'll throw an extra $100 on it. And that's all fine and dandy, but, that $100 plus, even the full load cost isn't worth my life. As far as trying to push it too hard. And I haven't even answered back to him as far as, saying I will have it there at 7 a.m. I did, write back to him that, I based my sleep off of the schedule that I agreed to by taking this load. And, I'll do what I can. But that's about all I said. And then that's when he came back and said, if you can get it there by 7 a.m., he'll throw another $100 on it. And I guess the way I'm going to look at it is I've got it in writing, him saying that it was his mistake. I saved an actual screenshot of the text because, unfortunately, the one time I didn't send the agreed upon screenshot to my wife. I normally just automatically send that to her, just, because she likes following me on the map and everything else, and she likes seeing all this different information. I didn't do it this time, so I don't have an actual copy of that original screen showing the date. But I do have in text where I said to him, I agreed upon it at, delivering on the 25th, and he said, yes, that was my mistake. So I do have that much. So I'm going to try. I mean, that's just in me to try and do the right thing. And, everybody does make mistakes, so I get that. And I'm not going to sit here and, cuss him out over it. Or, it's not like he said, you know what, let's really try and mess up his day. And, let's tell him he's got, 3 more days than he actually does, or 4 more days than he actually does. And then springing on him at the last minute. I know that wasn't done on purpose, so I'm not gonna trash the guy. And maybe wow, that's kind of cool looking. I don't know if you guys can really see in the video the fog over the forest out there. It's really neat looking. Spooky. But compelled. What? In addition to that, at the loaders yesterday, or last night, I go inside, and as I turn around and take a step back outside, I forgot or didn't realize there was a step out the door, and I buckled my knee. And the scary thing is that I did this a year or two, last summer. Yeah, it was last summer. It was during the heat. I did it to my other knee. I tore my ACL on my other knee, a very slight tear, which was able to heal without surgery or anything like that, primarily because I ignored it and didn't go in until a month or two afterwards, before I got the MRI. Is the MRI the scan that you go into the tube and all that stuff? And I saw the actual scan, and it shows the little fluttery parts of that ligament thing, or your ACL. I think it's your ACL. I could be wrong, but the ligament in your knee on the inside. And this knee feels exactly the same. To where if I don't move it, it's just kind of a dull ache. Man, the second I try and stretch it out or just straighten my leg or put any weight on it, oh God, I just about collapse under it. And what's even worse is that, I don't know if it's worse or better, like I was telling my wife last night, at least I don't have to be on my leg. I can let it rest by just driving. The only action is it's my right leg, so I got to use the brake and gas and all that. But I mean, that's nothing. Getting some dense fog. But man, just sitting here without any activity, and then I stop to get gas. Oh, Jesus Christ! I feel like I may have to stop and get a cane or crutches or something, because I just literally cannot put any weight on it whatsoever. This day is not starting out good, my friends. I'm frustrated. I mean, I'm still happy, man. I still have the cool thing is that with even this load, all of a sudden now I've pressured. I want to say pressured, because I've got all the documentation in the world that, or I can show that if I'm late, it's not my fault, and I better not be fined, or I don't even know what the penalty is if I'm late. Even if it was my fault and I'm late, what the penalty is, but I still don't feel stressed about it. Whereas if this was my past job, this would have just really blown my anxiety out of the freaking world, and I honestly don't feel any stress. I'm frustrated, because I do like these runs that I've got lots of time. Of course I like those, because that's gravy. That's what we all want. I don't know. It's a little bit of frustration there, and then frustrated with my knee. And of course, right before I go home to spend time with my wife. Now, my performance is going to be lackluster. Just kidding. As if she ever had any luster out of my past. Oh, stop it. I don't know. See, I'm kind of cheering myself up by thinking about how it's not stressing me out. It's frustrating, but I'm not, going full-blown anxiety on this thing like I normally would. It's all good. Shit. If this is the worst I got to complain about, I'm making good money on this run. And then with the extra $100 on it, that's, this is 1,500 paid miles at a really pretty significantly good rate in my book. I don't want to share a lot of numbers, but it's going to average up in the mid 80s. It's a good run. It's a good run. So I got nothing to complain about. The knee, wish I'd pay attention to walk in and look at where I'm actually putting my damn feet. I got too much ass above these knees to be not paying attention. Feel sorry for these poor old knees. Alright then. My little snicker snacks. I'm gonna let y'all go. Jesus, it's already 13 minutes. I was gonna wait and film this when I go through Louisiana, because there's some really cool long bridges that, if you've never driven through Louisiana, when you're going through the swamps, man, it's just one long ass bridge. I'll probably do another video when I get down there. When I get down there, now. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and bail on yous. I'm gonna go ahead and get this uploaded. I got me a new app so I can just real quickly get it up there a lot easier. Who knew it's as easy as getting a new app to get it up quicker? Now if it just wouldn't go down as quick. What? Shut up! Stop it! Stop it! Alright, y'all. Later.